Damn. Hey guys, this is the Hot Takes Collective, but you can just call us Hot Takes. And today we're going to be talking about our third short film. It's called Permanence, written by KJ Satterall.
Permanence is a sci-fi short that revolves around this procedure that allows patients to form memories with loved ones. It's very much inspired by shows like Westworld, Black Mirror. We got a lot of inspiration from Blade Runner and Severance as well. And again, it's all revolving around this idea of the implications of AI and technology and how that could potentially exist in a near future world of ours.
With AI learning, you're granted the ability to create new memories with anyone in your ancestral tree, living or dead.
The story of Permanence was actually pitched to me by my good friend Joey Casasanto. I actually hopped on the phone a couple of times when I told him I was submitting a new script for Hot Takes, and we had a couple of conversations back and forth. I really loved what he pitched me, and I wrote the script, and yeah, and again, I'm very grateful that it was chosen, and I think he was super happy to just see something of his produced.
Yeah, I feel like this one was extra fun because KJ really got to fully direct entirely. Our previous two, he was director and DP for both of them. And for this one, we had Jake DP, which was awesome, so that you could just focus purely on the directing process. And I'm sure that was a lot of fun for you to do.
It was, yeah. I definitely knew right away I wanted to work with a DP. Just because I've never really had an opportunity to work with somebody with that level of expertise on a dedicated department. So I really loved working with Jacob, and I've actually known him for at least like 5 years, and we've always wanted to work together.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, shout out to Jacob.
Yeah, he was great, and also this time we got to really use a lot of different like technical things that we weren't previously able to because we had Jacob. Like, tell us more, because I'm not as much of a technical person. You know this stuff. So what were we using?
Yeah, so our camera was the Sony FX6, which is basically you start to kind of get into this line of cinema cameras that you would expect from shows like Netflix and all the big streaming services. So I think he owned that camera, so that was a huge plus. So the lenses that we were using on set were RE prime lenses. I hope we have photos and videos of it because these things are huge. These are lenses that you would expect on Hollywood level films, and to be able to bring that onto our small little production was a dream come true, and I was just so stunned that we had that opportunity to work with those lenses. You need a full team to be able to operate a setup like that. So we had Giovanni on First AC, we had Vince brought on as a gaffer, and of course Kyle and Brenda, who you all know, were monumental in making that happen. So
yeah, and Jake on sound as well.
Of course.
Of course.
Jake on sound.
But yeah, this one was like especially challenging because we were in like a sci-fi genre, and that's what also made just having those lenses like so special, because we really created a film that looks so beautiful, and it's so special. Like this one, from start to finish, just such a joy to watch. And a big part of that is, you know, the way that your vision was able to come to life, and then just all of the pieces working together like so seamlessly.
We here value the preservation and permanence of memory. You're granted the ability to create new memories with anyone in your ancestral tree.
This is our first film that we actually decided to film on a soundstage, and this time we decided that we really wanted to go ahead and spend the extra money so we could really like hone in on the sci-fi feel. It worked out great. We ended up finding this really great little soundstage in downtown LA, and it had everything that we needed. It had like the LED hallways, it had the office space for Janice, the elevators were great, and then my favorite part was the laser from the ceiling that where we were able to capture that really great shot at the end.
We had some experimenting to do when it came to the laser. The site rep warned us that if we look directly at the lasers, it could cause blindness. So this was actually like a really dangerous situation to, be dealing with on a set. But KJ was great, and he had a flag to like help me as I like would lay in position, and I had my eyes closed the entire time with this triangle of lasers around my head, and then I had the mask over top. So it was really interesting because I could really feel, even with my eyes closed, almost like my eyes were drying out like a little bit when we would remove the flag. So when the flag went back in between takes, I was like, oh, this is so nice. But it was special for this part of the film to really sell this moment of when I'm seeing my sister for the first time again.
We spent a lot of time just trying to shape how it was going to look, but I thought it was worth it. It was a lot of setup for just the ending of the film, but of course you want to end the film on a very powerful image, and I think we did a great job with that.
We had to think outside of the box in terms of like, how can this be the production value of the highest caliber while also still trying to stay within some type of a budget? I will say KJ went rogue, but he was allowed to. He was allowed to, and it was so worth it, because when you watch it back, you're really transported into the world of his vision. And it wasn't just the location, it was the costumes, it was the makeup, it was every little detail mattered. And as you can see, some of the costumes are still being used. So, it's a good bang for your buck, as some would say.
Yeah, it was a great bang for your buck because we thrifted these bad boys. I was wearing this in Permanence, but the funniest part was that we went thrifting looking for wardrobe pieces, and we found these at this like thrift store, and there were two of them, and we were like, oh, like these are pretty nice actually, let's try these on. And I like convinced KJ to try it on because I was like, Dart, we could be like matching, Dart.
Oh, Dirt, thanks for keeping us in the loop with you.
We were in like our fitting rooms, and I was like putting it on, and then I was like, I showed KJ before he had like tried his on, and then he was just like staying in the fitting room and not coming out. And then when he did come out, he wasn't wearing it, and I was like, wait, I never saw it on you. Like, put it, like, show me. And then he came out in it, and I was like, darn. And I was like, you totally have to wear that on set. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. So we get them, and then lo and behold, on the day we arrive to set, and what is KJ wearing but the jumpsuit? So yeah, so that was really fun being matching on the day. So I felt very supported as an actor on set.
Mind you, they did not tell us they bought matching jumpsuits. They just showed up. Told no one.
And
your point is?
It would have been nice to have been included. That was my point.
This time was fun because I kind of took the lead on all of the costumes and wardrobe. So yeah, I talked to people just to get an idea of like where I could find kind of sci-fi, steampunk inspired pieces. And so we had a couple places that we were checking out in person. We sourced a lot of things from online as well, but it was really fun to actually craft from the reference images that KJ had shared with me of just getting each character's specific look just right, and just needing to be inventive and scrappy about it, going thrifting and really just putting the pieces together. But that was a really fun role to have.
I had a lot of fun doing Janice's makeup and figuring out what I wanted her look to be. In the prep, and in the rehearsal process, you know, we talked a lot about status and the status of these characters. It really added to the character layers and what the story was. And Janice is a very high status character. For this shoot, I was like, let me push my own boundaries. And so I went full glam, contoured the face, and I think I took some inspiration from like The Fifth Element. I love futuristic makeup, and they go big with the glitter and the color palettes because there's no limitation. So I wanted to add that in. I love makeup and costume. To me, it's the final layer for the character. And especially when it's somebody this grand, it really does feel like your inner child is playing dress up. And I personally just enjoy that so much.
Sarita got to be on screen for the first time for Hot Takes. What was it like playing? Was it like playing one of our mechs?
My literal 5 seconds of fame. It was so nerve-wracking, only because one, I have a background in theater, but I haven't done any acting in a very long time. So, and this is my first time acting in front of a camera. KJ had a brilliant idea to have these mesh contact lenses that the mechs had to wear to really sell that we weren't human. As a former contact lens wearer, these were the worst set of contacts I've ever put in my eyes. And they really like freaked me out. Like even looking in the mirror with them on, I was scared to look at myself in the mirror. But it was fun as my camera debut for Hot Takes.
It was such a gift to be able to play this part of Carolina and explore her grief, which is, as an actor, like a very deep and, you know, emotional challenge. Just dealing with these themes and like, you know, Carolina like loses her sister and she has this opportunity to reunite with her, and just really getting to like put myself in that position and build that inner world of Carolina was just like a joy. Yeah, I loved every minute of it, so.
Vanessa has always had this great gift of an emotional well that she can just very easily tap into, that I've always admired about her acting skill. And that's why it's also really fun playing with her and getting to just be still and let her just kind of have the spotlight in that way.
Thanks, Shani. Yeah, I think it's such a personal process too, like especially approaching a role like this, that I really had to do a lot of homework of just building the emotional life of who she is, but also connecting on a personal level. And so it meant a lot to me to explore it and to treat it like as carefully and like respectfully as possible, because I do think it was so beautifully written, and the story, you know, of sisterhood and that bond, like I just connected to so deeply. So it was just really wonderful to do. What I loved about this part for Shani was also just like, it was so incredibly different from like anything I've seen you play. I remember you were telling me that your inspiration for Janice was a spider. Can you tell us more?
Yes. I was a little nervous to play Janice, actually, only because we had so much prep to do before the shoot date that I was really worried I wasn't doing enough to really build this character. I mean, we had rehearsed a few times and talked about things in the story that we don't really see on camera. And something that just helped me create an energy that was super enticing was to think about this person kind of being like a spider catching a fly in her web. I don't know exactly why it worked, but it just gave me the energy and the motivation I wanted on the day to just be enticing in the way I thought Janice should be interesting. When the camera is in a close-up shot, you don't want to do big movements because the camera is right there. So really, the smaller you can move, the stiller you can be, the more impactful it's actually gonna be on camera. A great exchange that Vanessa and I have where I actually think I'm being compassionate and caring, and Vanessa's character does not take it that way at all. And so it's just it's my favorite moment that we got to play together.
Well, I will say I was definitely blown away by your guys' performances on set. And you guys touched on it, but we talked a lot in rehearsal about the implication of what this whole procedure is about and why it's so important for Janice to get Carolina to be on board with this. But obviously in the film you can see she's very resistant to it. And so we did a lot of world building beyond what you see in the 7-minute short, and I think that what I'm realizing is I enjoy that process as a rehearsal practice, because you learn so much more about what these characters are going to be doing, even though it's such a small film.
Can you recall your last dream?
I was on the beach.
For Permanence, we ended up utilizing a couple cars for the film, and one of those included having to set up a whole camera rig onto Vanessa's car. And we ended up driving around downtown LA, just trying to get some footage of Vanessa in the car. We let you guys go and drive around for a while, and we had to hold down the fort with just basically commandeering this whole parking garage with all of our gear. Even just trying to get those car shots, like really like upped the ante and up the quality of the filmmaking to really just go all out and really push ourselves to like our limits of like what we could do technically.
So in LA, there are a lot of robo-taxis, so we actually took advantage of that and put them in the film to place us in this future setting. I thought it would be really cool to have like a fully autonomous car written in the script, and of course, we didn't have the budget to make anything like that, but we thought, why not use a robo-taxi? And shout out to our friend Raya, who played Allie as the sister. She did a great job of just rolling with the punches, and we had a lot of different locations on this one too, so thanks for being a part of the crew, Raya.
Yeah, she was definitely like the emotional anchor, I feel, for this film. Like, I think when I saw the film all stitched together and seeing like her and you like interacting together, I think it was really beautiful. It really sold you two as sisters, and I think you guys did a great job as playing sisters.
Yeah, it was actually really sweet getting to work with Raya. She was a great scene partner, and one of the highlights of the shoot for me was when we were shooting probably one of the more emotional scenes where I'm at her bedside and she's passed away, and there was a moment where I was crying, and then I look up at her and I see a tear like coming down her cheek, and it was just such a sweet moment because we were just both feeling like very connected. So that was a sweet experience.
You don't have to have lines to make a huge impact in a story, and Raya really made such a huge impact. God, it breaks my heart just when you go onto the beach and you see her and all those emotions. It made me emotional, just like, and the hug. And it's really a heartbreakingly beautiful story. Okay, thanks guys for watching our review episode about the making of Permanence. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Please leave a comment. Tell us what you like that we're doing, what you don't like that we're doing. You can be spicy, we can take it. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at hottakes_collective.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.